Lake Naivasha, Kenya. It is hard to imagine how technology trashes businesses. Who remembers that Kenya's Lake Naivasha was an international airport when planes used to land on water? Lake Naivasha was Kenya's first international airport, when planes from mostly European destinations would land at the lake, pick up and drop off passengers. By then, there were no concrete runways. However, advances in aviation technology saw the demise of flying boats, as the passenger planes were generally known. Before landing technology allowed large aircraft to land on concrete. Thus, these flying boats could not compete with the new Boeing 707s, which started operations in 1958. Previously, those travelers who could not afford the flyboat services had to take the ship from Mombasa. The year 1958 was the turning point for Naivasha. It was the year when Boeing unveiled their 707. Also, the Mau Mau prisoners finished the construction of the old Embakasi Airport, which is now used by the military. The opening of Embakasi saw Lake Naivasha's place diminish together with the hospitality industry facilities built to cash in on the flying boat arrivals. Today, the 55-acre Lake Naivasha Country Club remains the premier airport hotel in Kenya. It not only offered the immigration facilities required for new entrants into the colony but has a rich aviation history. When the club opened in 1937, as Sparks Hotel, it was to give the arrivals some boarding facilities, and it still has the green lawns and acacia that dotted the place then. Besides, this area had countless game locations, giving new visitors their first chance to sample some of the best scenes on the continent. Naivasha thus became the first place where some European tourists had their first contact with colonial Kenya. Whatever image they got from Naivasha became their memory of Africa. As the staging post for Imperial Airways flying boat service, which operated between London and Durban, Lake Naivasha's Sparks Hotel became one of the best known in the region. The choice of Naivasha was apt. The town had one of the best railway stations, and the lake was of no interest to fishermen after a series of ecological blunders in 1926 saw the introduction of a voracious predator that diminished the fish species. When the first route via Naivasha was inaugurated in January 1932, it was supposed to be a male-only route to Cape Town. But 3 months later, the lake was opened to passengers. It took a week for a flying boat from Britain to reach Naivasha and 10 days to Cape Town. Naivasha had been chosen by Britain's first long-range air transport company, Imperial Airways, due to its unique position and economic potential. With an average depth of 5 meters, by 1930s it was estimated to be 6 meters, the runway was easy to mark, and even today, some of the runway wooden posts are still visible in low tide. By the time British Airways was formed in 1935, Naivasha was the choice airport for Imperial Airways. The two would later merge to form British Overseas Airways Corporation, BOAC, in 1945 and continue operations in Naivasha. But after 1949, the airport closed down, and Sparks Hotel lost a place on the international map. So it became simply Lake Hotel before it was renamed Lake Naivasha Country Club. There is still another story of this club. It became a secondary school during the 1940s after students at the then Prince of Wales, now Nairobi School, were relocated, and their school turned into a World War II military hospital. Thus, Naivasha became a victim of aviation technology, and many other landing sites. Thank you for listening to History Works channel. Please subscribe, comment, and share.